country, and we're just fortunate to have these quality teams at the Beach Ball Classic, year in and year out, top quality teams.
And you know it's getting a little bit more difficult to get teams now because there's a lot more tournaments than there was when Beach Ball Classic first started. Plus, people are trying to do different things, but they still don't do what Beach Ball does. They still don't. Tell us exactly what we do when we bring teams in here.
Well, one of the things these teams like, if they go play in other tournaments, one of the things that other people don't do that we do, and I hate to give away all our trade secrets, but when these people get off of planes or get off their buses, they're met by an ambassador. And that ambassador does everything with them the whole week. Takes them around, takes them to restaurants. We feed these teams, we put these teams up, and an ambassador lives with them for the whole week. So they don't have to guess where they're going to eat, what they're going to do. We've got it all lined up for them. And when you go to other places, that just don't happen. It just don't happen.
No, and I know, because I also was a coach, and my son played, and so we did a lot of traveling, and exactly. We went to places where there was no people at games. Nobody met you at the airports, and pretty much at every place we went to. And, you were fending for yourself.
Remember the one time they said, let's get a grill and do some hamburgers. That just don't happen at the Beach Ball Classic. We kind of set ourselves apart from everybody. And a lot of these coaches have played here before. Both of these teams have played here before. And when you call and invite them, they love to come play in the Beach Ball Classic. Because, number one, they know they're going to get treated like royalty. And number two, they know they're going to play the best in the country, day in and day out. There aren't any easy games.
No, there's not. And here's one thing I've always thought about the Beach Ball Classics. I've been at every one of them, is that it's very difficult to get one win, just one. Yeah. We've had plenty of teams come here undefeated, ranked number one in the nation or number one in their state, and they lose without a win. I mean, they leave without a win, or they have a one win. But it's very difficult.
You and I have seen it over the 32 years, forever and ever. When Crenshaw came and Stevie Thompson was there, ranked number one in the country, coming from Crenshaw, flying from California, coming into Myrtle Beach, going to whip everybody. And it didn't work out for them. I mean, when you come here, you're going to play top-notch teams, top-notch players.
All right, Joe, we're going to take a break right now. We'll be back in a minute or so. This is the Beach Ball Classic Broadcast Network.
Come have a ball at the VisitMyrtleBeach.com Big South Basketball Tournament March 5th through the 10th in beautiful Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Immerse yourself in the warm, white, sandy beaches. Championship golf, endless cuisine choices, amusements, shopping, world-class shows and amenities. Log on to VisitMyrtleBeach.com now for special accommodation rates, tournament information, and things to see and do on your visit to beautiful Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
HTC high-speed internet is fast for my family, and that's good because with 4 of us online at one time, we can't afford to slow down. HTC is a plan that keeps our home connection up to speed, and faster speeds make it even easier to connect to family, friends, business, and entertainment on our tablets, laptops, and smartphones. And that's how HTC connects my home with the things that mean the most.
Get more speed at home for your new tablets with HTC high-speed internet and save.
HTC, this is life. Connect with it.
Back to Lambeau Schwartz Arena at beautiful Myrtle Beach Convention Center. We're going to go to the PA announcer right now for the starting lineups of this afternoon's game.
Welcome to the Myrtle Beach Convention Center for Game 13 of the Beach Ball Classic. Featuring the Rufus King High School Generals from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and the Bishop O'Connell High Knights from Arlington, Virginia. Introducing the Rufus King Generals. At guard, a 5'11" senior, number 4, Austin Malone Mitchell. A 6' junior forward, number 14, Corey Bias. At guard, a 6' junior, wearing number 20, Jamel Posey. At forward, a 6'4" junior, number 30, Chris Howell. And the center, a 6'2" junior, number 40, Montrell Hobbs. The Generals are coached by Jim Goss, assisted by Mark Mitchell, Al Jackson, and Steve Ivory, and come into the contest with a record of 7 wins and 0 losses. And now the Knights from Bishop O'Connell. At forward, a 6'7" sophomore, Leroy Butts, wearing number 1. A 5'10" guard, Number 2, Cameron Moore. At forward, a 6'7" senior, number 3, junior Itu. At forward, a 6'3" junior, number 5, Jamal Gregory. And at guard, a 6'2" junior, number 10, Romello Trimble. The Knights are coached by Joe Wooten, assisted by Bryant Majors, Matt Mihalik, Dennis Murphy, Joe Blazer, and Joey Catafino, and come into this contest with a record of 9 wins and 0 losses. The officials for today's game, Brad Eggert, Jake Rosick, and Kenny Johnson.
All right, we're going to start here. Here we go, Stan. A beautiful game we got in front of us, 2 undefeated teams. After this game, there's only going to be 1. Bishop O'Connell comes in here 9-0 after a victory already in the Beach Ball Classic, and Rufus King 7-0 with a victory also in the Beach Ball Classic in the first round. We are in the second round.
Bishop O'Connell's got size difference, but Rufus King plays very intense and very physical, so a little different.
And the tap is won by O'Connell. They set up the offense. They get it real quick to Moore. Moore gets it down inside to E2.
Junior E2.
E2 puts it in, gives them the lead, 2-0. Start the game.
They passed the ball really well.
Man-to-man defense by the Knights. Up on top with the ball with the Generals is Posey. He nearly gets it stolen. They set it back up. It's Mitchell. Malone Mitchell with the ball, being covered by E2. He's trying to spread it out. He wants to take him. E2 got a hand in the face. Pass down low. Hobbs. Hobbs off the rim. No good. Rebounded. Knights.
Jamel Gregory taking coast to coast. Got fouled on the play.
And I think it's before the shot, so there's not going to be 2 shots. It's going to be on the side. Underneath the basket. It's going to be underneath their own basket as they put an inbounds play. This is where I like to have a play that you can score off of. A lot of teams don't, but this is a nice swing around. They did a nice job getting a shooter open. Shots up by Moore. It's missed off the rim. Rebounded by the Generals. Hobbs with the ball.
On Jamel Posey, his first, team first.
Gives it up to Mitchell. Mitchell penetrates.
Oh, Mitchell took one to the face off that one. Makes the basket.
Austin Malone
That's
Mitchell.
all that
Looked like
matters.
a little hockey body check right there.
Yeah, did nice. Quickly down the court.
floor, Leroy Butts.
You got to get down now. The Knights are going. The Knights are going to run. Knights are going to run. They up 4-2 early here in the first half. 14-36. And a steal that time by Butts. And the Generals nearly stole it back. They're going to call a foul.
Montrell Hobbs. Loose ball on the floor.
Hobbs' first foul of the game.
Generals foul, number 40, Montrell Hobbs. His first, team second.
Knights with the ball. They get it to Moore. Moore looks to penetrate. Dribbles with his left. Passes it back out. Is Mello. Off the rim. Rebound. Generals.
Mello stopped right on the doggone City of Myrtle Beach sticker and pulled up the shot.
They swing the ball around. It's Chris Howe. The junior penetrates off the glass.
Oh.
It gets blocked. That's a block by E2.
I tell you what, he's giving them a fit inside. E2 is.
He's thick and big. Tap in.
Leroy Butts tap in.
Leroy Butts with the lay-in.
He's got active legs, real active legs underneath like that.
The players call him Roy. Austin Mitchell with the ball. Goes up inside, and a nice shot that goes off the front of the rim. They get their own rebound.
That shot by Posey had no rotation at all on the ball. It was just flat.
Just an old knuckleball shooter. And a three-pointer. Mello!
Romello Trimble.
Got a timeout on the floor.
All right, they got a timeout.
Timeout on the floor, 30-second timeout, Generals.
All right, that's the Generals' first timeout and the first timeout of the game. We're here, and this is game number 14 now. Before you know it, the games start adding up. We're in the third day. We're just starting in game 14. We're just starting the second round.
Now, when you watch these two teams play, normally this would be a championship game in a lot of basketball tournaments around the country.
Oh, yeah.
And here we are playing at 3:30. That's the kind of basketball you'll see at the Beach Ball Classic year in and year out, game after game.
That's a great point there, Stan. You know, that's ridiculous that this is the second round. And we've got two undefeated teams playing each other. And, you know, I've heard a lot of things. I talked to Howard Garfield over. He said, beach ball by far right now, #1 tournament. He's been to all of them.
Well, if people don't know who Howard is, Howard's been around forever. He's from New York. He's the guru of high school basketball. He missed us last year. He got snowed in New York. He come in and he says, I miss my coffee and I miss my beach ball.
We missed him too.
Yep.
You know, we missed Howard. I called him Garf.
Yep.
I remember we did a game on the radio, a couple games. It was the beef and the Garf. We've got 9-2. It's Bishop O'Connell up 7 on Rufus King early in the game. Means nothing though. Means nothing because these teams can score points in bunches.
Yeah, but Rufus King's picking up the pressure a little bit. As we said earlier, they're gonna body up on you.
Penetration shot, left-handed up by Gregory. He missed off the rim, rebounded. Generals. Mitchell with the ball. Behind the back, backs up behind the 3, nothing there. Finds a wide open Cal, but he gets his stuff thrown out.
E2's active now.
What's he got? E2 got a couple blocks already.
Got a couple of blocks, and he's intimidated the heck out of everybody so far.
They have him down for no blocks here. We'll
Rufus
call that
King,
his
number 10.
first block then.
But
they throw the ball in right in front of our table. The Generals with the ball. Austin Mitchell, the senior, 5'11", crosses over, pulls up for a jumper, 20 feet.
Austin Malone Mitchell.
You better get back, though. The Knights are down the court already. Nearly a steal by the Generals. And we're going to have a foul away from the play. Away from the play. And the foul is going to be on
number 5,
Jamal Gregory. Yep, and he was over there holding on to one of the players' legs.
Number 5, Jamal Gregory.
Well, Rufus King's picked up the pressure, and they're bodying up close, so you're going to watch people get frustrated a little bit.
Yeah, and we were told ahead of time that Rufus King was going to do that. Penetration inside. Wide open for a 20-footer. No good this time by Posey. No, that was Curtis Weathers who's in the game now for the Generals.
Mitchell for Rufus King. He's come down and he's held the ball a little too long on his penetration. And he gets into
And a nice play right there. And he threw it.
Mitchell ended up in the stands underneath the goal.
All right, we're going to take a break here as we've got a timeout on the court. With the score, Bishop O'Connell 9, Rufus King 4.
Come have a ball at the visitmyrtlebeach.com Big South Basketball Tournament March 5th through the 10th in beautiful Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Immerse yourself in the warm, white, sandy beaches. Championship golf, endless cuisine choices, amusements, shopping, world-class shows and amenities. Log on to visitmyrtlebeach.com now for special accommodation rates, tournament information, and things to see and do on your visit to beautiful Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
HTC high-speed internet is fast for my family. And that's good because with 4 of us online at one time, we can't afford to slow down. HTC is a plan that keeps our home connection up to speed. And faster speeds make it even easier to connect to family, friends, business, and entertainment on our tablets, laptops, and smartphones. And that's how HTC connects my home with the things that mean the most.
Get more speed at home for your new tablets with HTC high-speed internet and save.
HTC, this is life. Connect with it.
And welcome back to the Myrtle Beach Convention Center. We're inside Lambeau Schwartz Arena. A brand new floor. Looks brand new because it was redone. Awesome. The logos are not slippery no more. And that's taken away some of the problems that they had last year during the tournament.
Well, and when you go to do a floor like this, you can't do it in-house. So we have to take the squares up and send them away to a professional company to do it. And they send it back. It looks absolutely gorgeous. Plus, they put a new coat on top of the floor.
Number 32,
it's awesome.
Diamante Freeman.
Here we go. 11:44 left in the first half. Second round game of the Beach Ball Classic, the 32nd annual Beach Ball Classic.
Now, Greg Smith checked in for Rufus King, number 12. He's new on the floor.
Rufus Smith with the ball.
And Curtis Weathers. And that was Weathers with a shot.
He misses everything. Rebounded by the Generals, though. They put it up for a 20-footer. No, a three-pointer.
That's Mitchell. That's
Austin
Mitchell.
Malone Mitchell.
And right now, I'm tell you what.
Oh, what was this?
Rufus King
Jamal Gregory slipped down there for a second, and
coming back after a slow start. And another three-pointer up by the Generals, no good off the side of the rim. A tap out, nice tap out by Freeman. Diamante Freeman, as the Generals play a lot of players already in the game.
that's Greg Smith just checked in the game. I don't think he's afraid to shoot. No, he's blocked. He's blocked by Leroy Butts.
Yep,
Roy
Roy with the block.
Austin
And a
Malone
three-pointer.
Mitchell with another.
And a timeout on the floor real quick.
And Rufus King's taking the lead, 10-9.
Joey Wooten with the timeout.
I don't think Mitchell's going to be shy.
No, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't think so either. But the Rufus King, they have come. They didn't care how they started off this game. They just know how they're going to play it.
Well, how many times have you seen it in your lifetime where you get out and your little shell shot coming out? It's a kind of an early game. Rufus King got up this morning. They had an 8 o'clock practice this morning. So they play, and then you got an 8 o'clock practice this morning, and then you got to come play at 3:30. You know, it takes you a little while to shake the cobwebs off. And that last timeout he had was a good timeout.
How would they have liked to have played at midnight one night like we did? We played at midnight on Christmas. I'll never forget it.
But you know what, though, when you're 15, 16, 17, 18 years old,
it don't
play
matter.
24 hours a day.
Exactly. I remember when the beach ball first started, and then when the games were over, we stayed and played in the gym.
That's a hold on number 10, Weathers. Rufus King's picked up full court.
Multiple
Rufus King
substitutions
foul, number 10
for Rufus
Chris
King,
team third, Curtis
as
Weathers.
they have rotated a few people here early in the game. Ooh, nearly a steal. Mello with the ball, and he finds wide open. That was
Junior
more.
E2.
Oh, no, it was E2.
E2.
E2 with the basket. Nice look, though, by Mello. 11-10. O'Connell over Rufus King. The shot is up. No good.
E2 with the rebound. And we've got a walk on Mello.
We've got a turnover.
Corey Bias
Turnover by the
Hobbs.
Knights.
and Jamel Posey back into the ball game for the Generals.
And that's their fourth turnover of the game. Posey bringing the ball up for the Generals. He's being covered man-to-man by Moore. That's Cam Moore. And I'm going to tell you right now, Stan,
Jamel Posey.
these Generals are not afraid to take it to the hole. Every one of them tries.
That was Posey, and got in there and tried to make a little body contact on that.
They thought an and one was coming, but this game, these officials have been doing a good job in these games. They've been letting them play. You're not going to get no and ones unless you get knocked to the ground and show some blood. Turnover O'Connell. That's their sixth turnover. 2 back-to-back. We've got 9:34 left here in the first half.
And Chris Howell back into the ball game for the Generals.
Couple substitutions in here for the Generals.
Joey Wooten, the head coach of Bishop O'Connell, he's telling them to relax. We don't have to pound it. Relax. Get a good shot.
Yeah, and O'Connell already knew this team was going to come in and play like this. Exactly. They got to play their game. That's what you always want to do, is play your game, make the other team change. We've got a palming call, though. Right there, a turnover by Rufus King. The palm was called on Mitchell.
Jamal King into the ball game.
Which you could almost call a palm every time.
It's not like when we were growing up, they called it all the time. Now these guys carry it everywhere they
As soon as they make a move, it's a carry. Hands are big, and the ball don't change size. Knights with the ball. Pull up for a jumper. Jamal King.
Yep. E2 fighting for the ball. Rufus King comes away with it. That's Jamal Posey. He gets the rebound. He's going coast to coast.
Posey swings it on top. It's Bias. Shot, air ball shot up there by Howell. And rebounded by Gregory. He takes it all the way down. Finds King open for a short 10-footer. He buries it.
Jamal King.
Did a little hop before he shot. It looked like he might have walked.
Yeah, when you're working the baseline as an official, you can't see feet because you're looking up at the rim. I mean, not at the rim, but you're looking at the level right here, down low. You're not looking low. And Mello tries to force up at 3, falls to the ground, hits nothing but the side of the rim, rebounded Rufus King quick down the court. Open for a three is Bias. He passes it off. Mitchell misses a three off the side of the rim. Here goes the Knights. And they're down court, and a basket quick is Butts.
Leroy Butts.
15-12, O'Connell. And nearly a steal that time, a turnover. E2 hits the ball off of Weather Speed, and he drives in. And
it's a charge.
Is that Chris Howe? That's Chris Howe. He was out of control, though.
General's foul, number 30, Chris Howell, his first, team fourth.
I tell you what, E2's he's a fine-looking basketball player.
Generals.
Oh, he's a stud. I mean, come on, are you kidding me? Look at the size of him.
And for the Bishop O'Connell Knights, number 40, Tyvez Monroe, and number 20, Siad Sun.
Siad Sun. I watched him play the other night. He's not bad either. That's one thing. That's one thing about Bishop O'Connell. They bring in people off the bench that we would love to have down here at Socastee.
Yeah. And think about it, man. You can't teach height or speed. You know, you can teach all the other stuff.
Sun's 6'10". What they tell us, they come from China. Sun and Mike Lee came from China. Their mothers worked together in China. One came before the other one, and then got the other one to come.
That's right, Mike Lee.
Yep.
And see Yao Soon is in the game. And he just got drove by. It looked like a travel right there, but Mitchell went right by him. I don't know how you switch up on that.
Well, Sun's he's 6'10", and he's only a sophomore.
Yeah, and then
Foul,
Wooten was all over him about that right there. Did not like his Olay defense. But it's still going to be the Knights' ball as the ball went out off of one of the.
There goes Sun taking it up. He got it blocked. He got blocked by Mitchell, who's only 5'11".
Off the rim. Rebound. Nice one-handed rebound by Soon that time. Ball's in the corner.
Monroe in the game. Number 40.
Things are getting a little feisty down low.
Diamante Freeman back into the ball game for the Generals.
It will be the Knights' ball underneath their own basket. And they're getting ready to get a sub in the game. Coming back in will be E2.
Junior E2 back into the ball game.
You know, I'm like you. When you got an inbounds play underneath the basket, I was always taught you don't want to try to score.
Yes.
Because a lot of times the guys got their heads turned, and it's just easy.
And there's some plays that you can run. If you run them correctly, you will get a basket. You know, and even a great-looking shot, even if you don't score.
We ran one in high school, and heck, we carried it on into the over 30 league. As long as you had the right people to run it, you could score every time.
You're right. You're right, because you know what you're doing and they don't. I mean, it's a perfect place to score with the clock not running. We got Mello with the ball. He gets it stolen.
Chris Howell.
And a missed layup by Howell.
That's Turner, number 42. He missed the layup and missed the tap. Who we got down on the floor?
And he just got the ball stolen from him, and somebody looks like they got poked in the eye.
I think it's Mello.
Well, it was 6:08 in the first half. It's close. This is the type of game where we were expecting. I didn't think it was going to be high scoring myself because of the defense on both these teams, plus the athletic ability. Height-wise, there's some big guys out here right now playing, and it's up and down. And even as tough and as physical as Rufus is trying to play, Bishop O'Connell, they're absorbing it.
Well, both teams are very well coached.
Yeah, you know, in the areas you come from, it helps a lot, you know.
And that was Mello. I can't hardly tell what's wrong. What happened?
Now, how many teams have we had from Milwaukee, Wisconsin? Are they the only one?
I don't know. Rufus King's been here before. Haven't they?
Maybe a different Rufus King. I don't remember. You know what I'm saying? I know Rufus King has been here, but
could you imagine you're in high school and you're in Milwaukee and you come to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina?
That would be fun.
After Christmas, come
You know, they're singing Shamizel Shamazel
Well,
on the bus.
some of the young people don't know what you're talking about, Laverne or Shirley.
Yeah.
3, Tyvez Monroe.
That was Monroe from the corner.
It's an 18-12, 6-point margin now for the Knights. Penetration inside by Posey. He's fouled on the play. I don't know if the ball went up, though. I don't think so. It's going to be on the ground.
Here's McConnell, Knights foul. Number 4.
Monroe hits that three and he comes down. I love to watch him after they hit a big shot. They come down, they start playing defense hard.
Oh.
I want
Yeah.
to shut him down now. I'm going to get me another basket.
Or if you don't get a call, you go down and foul somebody because you're mad. Ball's in underneath their own basket. Rufus King, General's penetration, and a nice shot that time.
That was Posey.
He figured he'd give it another try. It was easy the first time. Let's try again.
Foul on the Knights, number 1, Leroy Butts. His first, team third.
You know, talk about the ambassadors. The gentleman doing
Posey
on the microphone
shooting
over here, the public, the PA. He's an ambassador. He does our girls tournament.
Number 40, Montreal.
They come from Canada. They come down every year at this time of year and spend a month in Myrtle Beach and come and volunteer to help with the Beach Ball Classic. George and his wife Margaret.
They're amazing. I like both of them a lot. They really bring something to the beach ball. It's amazing how we have people from outside of the area that come to help
Well, we
us.
got Bob and Carol come from Alaska.
Alaska, exactly. And we met them when we were in Alaska, right? For our tournament when we went to play in Alaska.
That was
tournament.
Butts with a nice move, but he walked. Did a nice over and under and walked.
It's a 4-point margin right now. It's been within 2 to 4, 6. It hasn't gotten any. Nobody's gotten into double figures yet. I didn't expect it to. I think it's going to be like this the whole game.
5 minutes to go in the half. 5:17, and you're going to see the pace pick up a little bit, I think.
Posey penetrates. Nice dish that time to Hobbs.
Montreal Hobbs.
See? Told you they could pick up the pace. Now Rufus King picking up a little bit further up the court.
Jamal King gets shoved out of bounds. They could have called it either way. Could have called him for stepping out, but it kind of got shoved out. That's that
Mitchell.
That's that physical play that everybody's been telling us about Rufus King.
Team 6. Jamal Gregory back into the ball game for the Knights.
The ball be coming inbounds right here in front of the tables across from the scorer's table. We've got a foul underneath the basket, away from the ball. People trying to get position. We're going to find out who it's on.
Looks like it's Chris Howell. Yep, that's his second.
Rufus King foul number 30, Chris Howell.
We got Junior E2
at the line for the Knights, number 3.
Junior E2 at the line.
When you're physical like him inside, you got to be able to make your free throws.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
a nice looking shot. Nice looking shot.
It's a shame that you're 7-something like Dwight Howard and can't make. You couldn't make a free throw if somebody gave it to you.
I think my 75-year-old mother-in-law could make 1 out of 2. Oh, E2 missed
Michael
one.
Jordan used to shoot him with his eyes closed. Come on. Oh, and that's a charge that time, no doubt. No drought. Now he has been penetrating, but the last couple he has forced. What just happened here? They're trying to hold E2 back. They called a foul on E2? No, it was a charge. No, somebody got physical, was pulling on him when he got off the ground. That's what happened. There was a skirmish on the ground just then. And somebody was messing with E2, but I don't know if you want to mess with him. And he's a big man. I'm gonna tell you right now, he may be a high school kid, but he's a man.
Number 11, Aiko Adams into the ball game for the Knights.
Joey Wooten saying something to the Rufus King bench.
Yes, he did. He don't like the dirty play he just saw on the floor. We're going to find out what happens here, 19-16. The Knights up. Mello with the ball. Supposedly Mello is the player that you're supposed to be watching here. He's supposed to be the Knights' best player. There's a fake inside and a steal. Turnover by Gregory right into the hands of the Generals. Mitchell with the ball. He's at the top. He goes all the way to the glass and gets that crap thrown out into the stands.
E2 did like Kevin Garnett likes to do. Even though you got fouled and you go ahead and try to shoot, I'm just going to go ahead and swat it out.
Exactly.
Make a statement.
Yeah, we're not letting it
That
get
if
near
you're
the
coming
rim.
back in here.
Number 11, Aiko Adams.
We used to call that wood check.
Austin Malone Mitchell at the line for the Generals.
He makes his first one. Now this game is getting tight. I'm loving it.
When you got two teams that hadn't lost, neither one of them want to lose, it's going to be, I think it's going to go down to the wire in this
Yes,
game.
I believe so.
Corey Bias back into the ball game for the Generals.
We've got one team in the bonus and Bishop O'Connell not. Rufus King is not in the bonus. Bishop O'Connell is in the bonus. I had him in reverse. 19-18. It's a one-point game now. Into the hands of E2. He's going to spin, take it inside, goes up, loses the ball. Nice defense that time by Hobbs. And a traveling call on a penetration move by Hal. He can't believe it. He's like, what? That's what happens. Here's what happens. When they go to dribble and take their move, they move both feet. One goes forward, one goes back. It's automatic travel. A lot of players do it all the time. You have to have one set and one go forward. But they jump like this, and they're used to doing it because they're used to taking that shot. 4 minutes left here in the first half. Knights up one. Knights with the ball. Mello for the three. He buries it. Smooth.
Romello Trimble.
Four-point O'Connell lead.
We got Posey walking it up, looking for something. He ain't going to try to force it this time around. He gets it in the corner. They get it right back to him.
You know, normally when you catch the ball in the corner like that, Joey will trap you. He's not. You make a mistake, get yourself that deep in the corner, they're not going to let you out.
Yeah, I think they were worried about Posey a little bit, and he didn't want to leave him to trap. Out on top between the legs, penetration move. That's Hal. He misses a shot. As he saw E2 coming there. And
look at E2 on the floor.
On the floor.
Everybody on the floor. We got a major scrap going.
And a save by Rufus. A missed three by Posey, rebounding. Knights.
That was a good series right there. People diving all. Oh.
And another turnover by the Knights.
Miller trying to go to Bucks inside.
And I think the Knights may have had a bigger lead here in this game, but they've turned the ball over quite a bit. All right.
Timeout. Media timeout.
We've got a 2:58 left here in the first half with the score. Bishop O'Connell 22, Rufus King 18.
HTC high-speed internet is fast for my family, and that's good because with 4 of us online at one time, we can't afford to slow down. HTC is a plan that keeps our home connection up to speed, and faster speeds make it even easier to connect to family, friends, business, and entertainment on our tablets, laptops, and smartphones. And that's how HTC connects my home with the things that mean the most.
Get more speed at home for your new tablets with HTC high-speed internet and save.
HTC, this is life. Connect with it.
Come have a ball at the VisitMyrtleBeach.com Big South Basketball Tournament March 5th through the 10th in beautiful Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Immerse yourself in the warm, white, sandy beaches. Championship golf, endless cuisine choices, amusements, shopping, world-class shows and amenities. Log on to VisitMyrtleBeach.com now for special accommodation rates, tournament information, and things to see and do on your visit to beautiful Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
And welcome back to the Lambeau Schwartz Arena inside a beautiful Myrtle Beach Convention Center, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. I'm Mark Haynes. I'm joined today by the president of Beach Ball Classic, Stan Parker. And Stan, I don't know how Rufus King was within 4 because they're only shooting 25% from the field.
Big difference in shooting percentages. They're at 25%, and Bishop O'Connell's at 52%.
Wow, it's amazing. 4 for 4 from the free throw line. That's helping them some.
And I'll tell you how else is. Austin Malone Mitchell, he's got 12 points. And I don't think he's not afraid to do something with it.
Well, he's kept them in the game. Rufus King has had a lot of shots, just haven't been able to put them in. They've got the ball. Corey Bias with the ball on top. Everybody on their team wants the ball and take it to the hole. They don't like to pass, do they? Rufus King just doesn't seem like a team that likes to pass the ball to me. They're all waving for it, and they want to take it to the hole. They got 5 different guys that handle the ball on top, and they're all looking to take it. Right now they have the small lineup in the game. Very small lineup compared to Bishop O'Connell. There's pushing going on right now as they're getting ready to take it out underneath the basket.
Howell's been in there. E2 just stomped his foot down like he's going to plant big.
That's right. And he is big. He's telling them, I'm going to throw your crap out. Bring it on.
Uh-oh. Tuck your shirt in.
Now, I think that needs to happen anyway. Everybody needs to have their shirts tucked in. It looks raggedy. This ain't a tournament like they have in Vegas where you can wear whatever you want.
Uh-oh.
Yep. They did not call it on number 3. Relax, relax. They drew the foul. He don't understand. I don't know how much English he knows. You know, we don't really know if he understands some of the calls because he's got mad twice now where he thought it was on him.
Yeah, I think they called that on Howell.
They did, but
They
he's got to be careful.
That's Howell's third.
Howell, his third, team 9.
E2's got to be careful. You're not shooting one-on-ones yet, E2. Plus, you are shooting one-on-ones, but not now you're not because that was a player control foul. It'll be O'Connell's ball. The Knights set it up. Melo's bringing the ball up, and I'm sure E2 would love to have a dunk on somebody right now. They throw the ball inside to him. Look at that. Aggressive move, and he goes to the line. He's going to shoot 2.
Nope, I think they...
Oh. They call him for traveling? They did. They called him for traveling.
It's like we talked about earlier. He's got a little frustration down here just a minute ago and thought he's shooting the free throws. He wasn't, and now he come down and try to take it to him. And
oh, baby, you're not getting that shot. Hello. Wax. It's gone. E2 with the block. Penetration.
Yep.
And, oh, they're going to call blocking
that's on
call.
Melo. Now Mitchell, he faked, and then drove the baseline. And once he faked and got, he got Melo leaning back just a little bit. Once you got him leaning back, it's hard to make that step. You going forward, he's going backwards. It's hard to make that step, and you can't. You're not going to get a charge.
You're going to get called. Nah. There ain't no way you're getting a charge on that. Junior E2. I'm telling you right now, it's like he's E5 because that's about 5 blocks.
He hits it with his fist. Like
I mean, right now. You got a mad number 3 out there for Bishop O'Connell, and nothing's going up near the rim without him being there.
Oh,
and he got a piece of that one too. That's probably about his 6th block. Nice look down court from Moore to Gregory. Gregory can't get a shot off, but he passes it down low on the inside. Nearly a tap in by Gregory. Rebounded by the Generals. 22-18, Bishop O'Connell. Mitchell penetrates, goes off the rim, no good, as he hits nothing. Didn't even hit the rim, but a steal. And a missed shot because E2 is all a one-man show.
The shooting percentages are low for Rufus King because of E2.
Yes, exactly right.
Uh-oh. He's down here.
He got hit in the mouth. He's all right.
Had a kid lose a tooth the other day.
Wow. Yeah, a lot of players are starting to wear mouthpieces now.
Yeah, he lost a tooth, and so they took him to the hospital and went to see a local dentist. Said, you lost a tooth.
Stephen Osu into the ball
knocked it out.
I've been through that before. I've had my teeth broke off, knocked out.
And that was when you were playing for fun.
Yeah.
That was when we played in the yard.
Exactly. It didn't even mean nothing then.
It's like a lot of action, and the score hadn't changed in a long time.
The defense is really good on both teams right now. Melo just missed a floater from about 10 feet and went off the rim and out of bounds.
Now, see, this is Rufus. This is their time. Rufus King's time because E2's on the bench. Now, they're going to take it straight to the hole.
Corey Bias.
But
they're going to try, but I'll tell you what.
Osu.
Stephen Osu is in the game.
6'9".
Jeez.
6'9" junior.
And he is thicker than E2. E2 is 6'7". This kid's 6'9". And for shooting from way downtown is Mitchell. Off the rim, no good. Rebound to Rufus. They get it back to Weathers. We got under 40 seconds left in the first half. Weathers with the ball. He pulls up for a 3.
Oh.
In and out.
See, E2's not in there.
Yep, rebounded. That's a second offensive rebound in a row for the Generals. Knocked out of bounds by the Generals. It'll be Bishop O'Connell ball. They've got 31 seconds to see if they go for the last shot here because we do not have a shot clock. And I've been asked about that, Stan. We'll talk about that during halftime.
For Bishop O'Connell.
About the shot clock and what's the possibilities about it being here in the Beach Bowl. We'll talk about that at halftime and give you some stats on the game. 25 seconds left. here in the first half. We've got Mello with the ball as he sets up the offense from near half court, being covered man-to-man by the Generals. Posey out on Mello.
11 seconds.
E2's back in the game. Got something stuck up on his nose. And he got him inside. E2 goes up, misses his shot, gets his own rebound, puts it in.
Junior E2.
And a shot at the buzzer. No good by Roy Butts. All right.
E2 comes in, got a bloody nose, got a tissue in his nose, comes in, makes a basket.
I'll tell you what, we're going to take our break here. We'll be back in a couple minutes with the score. Bishop O'Connell, 24, Rufus King, 18.
The fun in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina always begins at the beach. 60 miles of picture-perfect coastline provide the perfect opportunity to get outside and enjoy the area's #1 attraction absolutely free. Start here to begin your affordable vacation getaway. Earning several honors, including the world's best beach by Yahoo Travel and top family destination by Ask.com, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina is renowned for much more than its shoreline. World-class entertainment, endless shopping opportunities, award-winning dining, championship golf, spectacular spas, and family-friendly affordability are never far when visiting the Grand Strand. Spend the day checking out the brand new boardwalk, voted 3rd best boardwalk in the nation by National Geographic. And when the sun goes down, the lights come up in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Host to a vibrant social scene and entertainment options that just don't stop, you can begin a fun night out sampling cosmopolitan cuisine from one of the area's esteemed restaurants, or take your pick from a variety of live action-packed shows showing nightly. If you're longing for a little more peace and quiet where life moves a little slower, check out the distinctly southern moss-draped oak trees at Brook Green Gardens, a National Historic Landmark, or savor locally caught seafood and Carolina low-country cuisine along the Murrells Inlet Marsh Walk. Family-friendly events like the annual Sun Fun Festival, Beach Boogie and Barbecue Festival, a Memorial Day weekend celebration are always sure to impress, providing another free way to enjoy the South Carolina sunshine. And popular water parks, oceanfront amusement parks, and outdoor entertainment complexes keep families coming back year after year. No matter the tempo of your vacation, the Myrtle Beach area has something to offer everyone, combining rich Southern heritage with modern-day appeal to deliver memorable family moments sure to last a lifetime. Visit Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and experience so much more for so much less.
HTC high-speed internet is fast for my family, and that's good because with 4 of us online at one time, we can't afford to slow down. HTC is a plan that keeps our home connection up to speed, and faster speeds make it even easier to connect to family, friends, business, and entertainment on our tablets, laptops, and smartphones. And that's how HTC connects my home with the things that mean the most.
Get more speed at home for your new tablets with HTC high-speed internet and save.
HTC, this is life. Connect with it.
Johnny Gardner Law.
As a boy, I witnessed what I thought were some injustices, and I thought that a lawyer would be the person to balance the power out and bring some fairness and help people, and that's what I wanted to do. There's no better feeling than the feeling you get when you successfully help somebody that needed it.
Johnny Gardner Law, with offices in Myrtle Beach and Conway. Wherever life takes you, we'll be there.
If you want to go where everybody knows your name, the place is the Coastal Ale House. Our friendly staff will take care of you. The delicious food will more than satisfy, and the good times will keep you coming back. Between the full menu from 11 to 11, daily lunch specials, screens that entertain you, happy hour from 4 to 7, prime rib Saturday night, and our incredible Sunday brunch, we'll know your name in no time. The Coastal Ale House, located just off Highway 501 between the Quality Inn and the Conway Medical Center.
Come have a ball at the VisitMyrtleBeach.com Big South Basketball Tournament March 5th through the 10th in beautiful Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Immerse yourself in the warm, white, sandy beaches. Championship golf, endless cuisine choices, amusements, shopping, world-class shows and amenities. Log on to VisitMyrtleBeach.com now for special accommodation rates, tournament information, and things to see and do on your visit to beautiful Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
All right, welcome back to beautiful Lambeau Schwartz Arena inside Myrtle Beach Convention Center at Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. I'm Mark Haynes, and I've got the president of the Beach Ball Classic with me this afternoon, Stan Parker. Stan, we got us a Clippers versus the Magic out, the Mavericks out here. Little kids, it looks like about the 10, 11, or 12-year-olds. A pretty exciting game going on.
Let's talk about what happened earlier here today at the Beach Ball. Our noon game, which featured Christ Presbyterian out of Tennessee playing Orem out of Utah. And Orem beat them 68-59. Christ Presbyterian coming in was ranked in the top 25 in the country.
They were undefeated.
Undefeated.
12-0, and they've lost twice already.
Lost twice in the Beach Ball Classic. And then the second game, you had Franklin, Ohio playing Myrtle Beach. Franklin's very good, and Myrtle Beach is real young. And it was closer than I thought it was going to be. It was 67-61. So today's games have been, all of them been close, all of them been good. But Christ Presbyterian coming out of Tennessee, highly ranked. Everybody thought they were going to be one of the contenders, and here they've lost 2 games.
And now they're playing in the losers bracket game, you know, with the rest of the teams that lose. And what happens is, we talked about earlier, it's very difficult to get a win. It doesn't matter what you come here as. It doesn't matter. You could be the worst team here, and you could possibly get a win just somehow. Well, I don't know how it happens, but these teams somehow get a win. But I don't know what happened to them. I think they lost their confidence after they lost that first game.
Well, you know, in Franklin, Ohio coming in, they had a hard time getting here. They were snowed in Ohio. They had a hard time getting here. Orem, on the other hand, coming from Utah and playing in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. You walk down, you walk to the hotel, and you watch these kids, and you look out on the balcony. They're out on the beach, walking on the beach.
Yeah,
I mean, what an experience for them.
They probably have never seen the beach, and there's a bunch of people that haven't seen the beach before. And you're from Utah, and weren't they the only team that beat the national champs, or the Utah State champs last year?
Yes.
I thought so. Well, I tell you what, in the first half, how in the world is Rufus King in this game? I don't know. They're shot below 20% for the first half. Amazing to me. I don't know how they're doing it.
I don't know the last time I've seen somebody shoot 18.2%.
1 minute.
How could you shoot 18.2%?
I don't know.
Number 15.
I don't know how you do it, man. They got up. Hell, they got up 12 more. They got up 12 more shots. Then Bishop O'Connell got up.
Well, one of the reasons why they're getting all these shots is when E2 blocks it, he's blocking out of bounds, or he's blocking it too hard. He needs to try to control his block a little bit better, because he's really aggressive, but he's blocking it. And what's happened now is when that happens, then you've got Rufus King getting the rebound. And so once they get the rebound, they're putting it back up, and he's altering the side shot again and get it in the alternate. You know, their series go down there, and there's 4 times they shoot. He's altered all 4 shots, and they don't make a basket. That just kills your shooting percentage.
Well, I want to know who's doing the stats, because they've got Leroy Butts with 2 of the blocks, and they only got E2 with 3. E2's got all 5. There's 7 blocks in, because there's no way he has only 3 blocks. There's no way.
Game.
So I know that's wrong. I have to get the stat people up on times over here.
Yeah, you go ahead and tell Wayne.
I am. I'm going to tell Wayne what's up, baby. But hey, this is one thing people have been asking me. They've been asking me, how come we haven't gone to a shot clock here at the Beach Ball Classic yet?
Well, if you watch, like when you're watching this game here and you look, you don't need a shot clock.
That's what I said.
You don't need a shot clock. The only time, most of these programs are big-time programs, and they didn't come here to hold the ball. You may get it every once in a while where they'll hold for, a minute for the last shot, but they're not here to hold the ball. They're here to play, and they're here to show that they got the best players all across the country. So the shot clock, if it becomes necessary, we'll go to a shot clock, but I don't think it's necessary.
Yeah, the only reason we would probably ever do it is if the whole state of South Carolina went to it in high school level.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to take a break. We'll be back in 2 minutes. Bishop McConnell, 24, Rufus King, 18.
HTC high-speed internet is fast for my family, and that's good because with 4 of us online at one time, we can't afford to slow down. HTC is a plan that keeps our home connection up to speed, and faster speeds make it even easier to connect to family, friends, business, and entertainment on our tablets, laptops, and smartphones. And that's how HTC connects my home with the things that mean the most.
Get more speed at home for your new tablets with HTC high-speed internet and save.
HTC, this is life. Connect with it.
Come have a ball at the VisitMyrtleBeach.com Big South Basketball Tournament March 5th through the 10th in beautiful Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Immerse yourself in the warm, white, sandy beaches. championship golf, endless cuisine choices, amusements, shopping, world-class shows and amenities. Log on to visitmyrtlebeach.com now for special accommodation rates, tournament information, and things to see and do on your visit to beautiful Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
And welcome back to Lambeau Schwartz Arena, named after the father of one of our good friends, Mike Schwartz, that we went to Coastal with, and we've played at Myrtle Beach High School, one of our rivals and a really good friend of ours, and named after his dad, who was one of the founders of the tournament, along with Dan D'Antoni, who helped bring it into the Myrtle Beach area, and and it's the only right thing to do was name it after him.
Well, Lambeau had a dry cleaning companies in Myrtle Beach, and when Danny said we're going to do this, he said, Lambeau, I need your help. And Lambeau had always been involved with everybody from Frank McGuire to everybody. So Danny said, I need teams. They call Frank or whoever they call, and all of a sudden you got teams coming from New York City to Myrtle Beach. The first initial, we were so crazy, we didn't know what was going on. We thought we were going to go out and beat these teams. We had Christ the King with Wendell Alexis on it.
We had Bunny Rabbit. We thought definitely we were going to win that thing.
It was going to be something. And started, from then on, it just grew and grew and grew. And, we did it at Stocksty High School for many years, and then we kind of outgrew that. And the format changed. We started with 16 teams, and the impact in the city of Myrtle Beach this time of year is just unbelievable. I was telling somebody the other day, a lot of people don't understand, we had our slam dunk contest last year. We put it on YouTube. It had 600,000 looks on YouTube, our slam dunk contest.
Wow, and it's going to have more this year because being on a Sunday when they're not playing, the tournament's having a day off like we always do now on Sundays.
Chris Howell for two.
First basket of the half is scored by Rufus King. That way it's easy to do it.
Mark's got to keep me straightened up on my paperwork here, see.
We're just starting the second half, just under the 16-minute mark.
E2 it was 4-on-1. E2 had the ball and 4 Rufus King players around him.
It'll stay here.
But for people in Wisconsin and Virginia that's watching the game online, need to come to Myrtle Beach and visit us because the weather this time of year is absolutely phenomenal, and the summertime's absolutely beautiful.
And there was a steal on the play. Taking it all the way down for a shot was Mitchell, and it gets pinned on the glass by E2, but they're going to call a foul because E2 did hit him with his body.
Bishop O'Connell foul number 3, junior A2, his first, team first.
His first foul.
At the line for the Rufus King Generals.
You think he can go wide out here the second half? Is he wide open, I mean? And Mitchell, the man carrying him, I tell you, he's carrying.
E2 looks like he could play tight end in football and be really good at it.
Yes. And E2, he's only, he is a senior, so I'm sure he's going somewhere. Somebody's picking him up. He's definitely going to go Division I unless he can't do the grades. 24-22, a 2-point margin. Bishop O'Connell up. Missed shot.
Roy Butts. It was a nice looking shot.
And Rufus forced the ball down court and nearly threw it away, but it's knocked out of bounds by the Knights. It'll be General's ball underneath their own basket. They set up the inbounds play.
You're down 2 points. Just take your time and get a good shot. Rufus King does, and that's what they're doing.
They're very impatient as a team, as a whole.
He's carrying it right there.
And he just missed an easy layup that time.
You're 0 for 2 right there. The guy missed a tip. That kills your shooting percentage. Kids.
Mello with the ball. He slows everything down. Shoots it from way outside. He was like 5-10 feet past the three-point line. I don't know what he was doing. His coaches looked down and said, he wasn't even on balance.
Could you move forward just a little bit?
The shot clock was running out. We don't even have one.
Do we need a shot clock?
No.
We do. If Mello's on our shot clock, we need to be at 7 seconds.
Exactly. What was he doing just then? Who knows? Mello not having the All-American performance that you thought he might have here in this second round game. Turnover by Mitchell. He came up in front of E2. E2 kind of distracted him.
It's so hard when you're playing this quality teams like Bishop O'Connell, who Joey practices great defense, to beat them off the dribble because everybody's going to help. You can't just go around and dribble down the middle because they're going to slide in and help.
And I think that's what we always learn from Danny Antoni, Coach Dan Antoni, who's out with the Lakers right now with his brother. That we learned that same thing we learned. We were going to give you we weren't going to we were going to give you the baseline because we're trapping you.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of teams don't want to give you the baseline, so they try to cut it off. But we let you have that, and we're trapping you, and you're not going to get to the basket unless we're going to hammer you.
I mean, they put the Rufus King up. Here we go.
A missed shot, missed three that time by Curtis Weathers.
Howell went way up for that rebound, and he's got fouled. The other thing I watched the other night when you watch these teams play, when they start pressing, these kids put their head down and try to dribble against the press. And if you just look and just pass the doggone ball up the floor, you ain't got to worry about it.
Well, for one thing, if you're being double teamed, then where is the guy that man that's double teaming you? Where's his man? His man should be open somewhere. And it's also up to you as an offensive player to find the open spot on the court where your guy can see you to get the ball. So there's a couple things that's got to happen there.
Howell just missed his first of the two.
And
it's both of them.
That's they had made all their free throws till that point there. O'Connell still with the lead, just hanging on barely. 2-point lead, but a turnover, and we're about to tie this game up.
Oh, he almost missed a layup.
Mitchell with a roll around. Looked like a putt with a birdie going around the hole. Penetration by Mello, and he loses the ball. And it's knocked out of bounds by Butts. Roy Butts knocks it out after Mello misses the shot and loses the ball.
Game for the Rufus King Generals.
And I think Mello's just forcing it. I believe that he's a good player. I mean, they say he is, so he must be. He's one of the best players, they say, that's here right now in this tournament. But
timeout on the floor.
if you're watching him on the court, he looks like he's out of control, like he's forcing things. Like he's not in the flow of the game, or he's not letting the game come to him, and I don't know.
Well, when you get into a tournament like the Beach Ball Classic, and these kids have played AAU all around the country, but when you come and you're in a facility like this, and you're playing against the top in the country, you want to show that you're the best in the country. And sometimes it tightens your shot up. Sometimes you take a shot that you normally wouldn't take. Just relax.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the best thing. You look at some of the NBA players right now, the best players in the NBA, they look like they're not even going full speed. They're the best.
Kevin Durant looks so relaxed.
Paul Pierce. He looks like he's walking when he goes by you. I mean, these guys that's how good they are. Kobe Bryant. These guys are so good. LeBron James. The game is so slow to them now.
It's funny when you start naming names in the NBA, how many of them played here? Kobe Bryant.
All of them.
Kevin Garnett, Jason Kidd.
Pretty soon, all of them.
Had the games on Sunday. I mean, on Christmas Day, all the games. It was like who's who of the Beach Ball Classic.
And it was. And exactly right. Who's who of the Beach Ball Classic was amazing. Amazing.
And we have a Beach Ball Classic Hall of Fame, and when you look at the names that are in the Beach Ball Classic Hall of Fame.
Junior A2 with a foul, his second.
It's the NBA Hall of Fame.
Well, we got guys playing on Sundays too now.
Yep.
I mean, some guys are not playing anymore, but there's some guys that are playing on Sundays in the NFL that's been here in the Beach Ball Classic.
Michael Irvin played here.
For two.
Who?
Michael Irvin played in the Beach Ball Classic.
That's right. He won the slam dunk contest.
Peekaboo dunk. He did a peekaboo dunk.
Man, he could jump. Holy crap. We had them all, though. I'll tell you what, we had some great players. I was telling somebody the other day about how Jason Kidd came here with his own T-shirt company.
Rufus King take the line. They got the lead.
The first time of this afternoon, Rufus King has the lead. Bishop O'Connell down 2. We thought this was going to be a wire-to-wire game. Pass on inside, E2 with the ball. Looks to go up, and they're going to call somebody for holding. That looks like 2 shots right there.
Listen, Rufus King don't believe that O'Connell can beat him from the outside. I mean, as soon as it goes inside, they're collapsing down on E2. I'm telling there are 4 people standing there with him, so they don't believe that O'Connell's going to beat him outside. And E2 needs to catch that ball, wait 1,001, 1,002, and then kick it back out.
Exactly, and it could come right back to him. O'Connell's ball underneath their own basket. They set it up. Mello for a 3. Bam, Mello.
3.
Nothing but the nylon, baby. 12:28 left here in the game. O'Connell up 1. This game is probably going to go back and forth from here on out. Top of the key for a 3 is Mitchell. He missed it off the back of the rim. Rebounded that time by Howell. Howell back to Mitchell. Mitchell looked to penetrate. There's nothing there.
He looked to shoot again.
He did. You're right. Stolen that time by Leroy Butts. Teammates call him Roy. Mello sets up the team, the offense. They get it to King. King had it to E2. E2 nearly lost it, but King recovered it. They get it to Mello. He settles everybody down. Butts with the ball. Back to King. King for a three. Off the rim. No good. Rebounded inside by O'Connell. And it's blocked. That shot was blocked that time.
E2 gets so frustrated, like on that play. He got fouled. They called the play, but, you know, he's frailing his arms. He plays so much better if he just play under control.
All right, we got a timeout on the court with the score. Bishop O'Connell 27, Rufus King 26.
Come have a ball at the visitmyrtlebeach.com Big South Basketball Tournament March 5th through the 10th in beautiful Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Immerse yourself in the warm, white, sandy beaches. Championship golf, endless cuisine choices, amusements, shopping, world-class shows and amenities. Log on to visitmyrtlebeach.com now for special accommodation rates, tournament information, and things to see and do on your visit to beautiful Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
HTC high-speed internet is fast for my family, and that's good because with 4 of us online at one time, we can't afford to slow down. HTC is a plan that keeps our home connection up to speed, and faster speeds make it even easier to connect to family, friends, business, and entertainment on our tablets, laptops, and smartphones. And that's how HTC connects my home with the things that mean the most.
Get more speed at home for your new tablets with HTC high-speed internet and save.
HTC, this is life. Connect with it.
Didn't he have another one?
All right, welcome back to Lambeau Schwartz Arena inside a beautiful Myrtle Beach Convention Center. I'm Mark Hayes, joined by the president of the Beach Ball Classic, Stan Parker. And Stan, yeah, we're looking at this about the blocks that the stats have here, and it shows E2 with just still 3. I'll tell you right now, I know it's 5.
Well, it's like
minimum.
In the NFL, you got where they make you rush your pass and stuff. He's got so many altered shots. But let's talk about it real quick. Mitchell Malone has 16 points for Rufus King. He's the leading scorer. Nobody else in double figures. And then for Bishop O'Connell, it's kind of balanced a little bit. Butts has 6, and Mello has 9, and then Utu has 7. So they're kind of balanced. But Malone Mitchell's had the bulk of the points for Rufus.
And the ball's in his hands all the time, and those are the, as we said, they're looking to see if whoever's got the ball for Rufus is looking to shoot it or drive.
He could have played with us growing up.
He could definitely play with James. James shot the ball all the time.
He's got that feeling. You gave it to me. You must want me to do something with it.
I know. Jeez. So E2 hits 1 of 2, and it's a 28-26 margin, a 2-point margin lead. And now it's back to a 1-point lead for Rufus King.
Curtis Weathers.
He hits a 3, baby. It's a 1-point game as the lead changes hands here in the second half. Mello with the penetration. Little floater off the rim, no good. Rebounded inside by Leroy Butts.
He's active. He's got good height.
He has soft hands. I mean, he just like corrals. It doesn't look like everything's like slapping. He's got like glue on his fingers. Mitchell looking to penetrate all the way from half court.
The problem is once he got around him, he didn't gain his control, and he just flipped it up.
And he hit nothing. He just threw it off the backboard and rebounded that time by E2. O'Connell with the ball. Mello setting it up. They have the 1-point lead, 30-29. Turnover by Mello. Stolen by Freeman. Freeman, he finds Posey. Posey gives it back to Mitchell. Mitchell going to shoot it again? We'll find out. He decided not to, and he passed it away to Weathers. Weathers gives it to Freeman. I don't think Freeman's taking a shot. In the corner's Mitchell. He shoots it off the side of the rim. No good. A 3-pointer. And it's rebounded by E2.
E2 slapped at it.
Loses it. Back to Mitchell. Mitchell's looking to shoot again. He misses it off the rim. And it's another offensive rebound.
Nice pass.
And a basket on the inside.
That's Hobbs.
I'm going to tell you right now, here's one of the big reasons why Rufus King is still in this game. 16 offensive rebounds to 4. 16 offensive rebounds for Rufus King is why their shooting percentage can stay low, because they're killing the offensive boards.
Foul, his second, team third.
That was well, right down there. That was it's not 16, it's more. Actually, it's like 19
Corey
now.
Bias into the
It
ball
was
game
like
for the
3
Generals,
offensive boards down this end.
as
Well,
as
you know,
Marquise Turner.
growing up, you talked about a friend of ours, James Brown, and he and I played together all the time, and I knew when he shot from a certain place where the ball was going to come off. So once you're playing with people and you kind of know what they're doing and you know where the ball's going to come off, you can anticipate. You can be a good offensive rebounder just by knowing your players.
Exactly. So Mitchell and James had something in common. They
E2
shot every
with
time,
the
so you knew you had an idea where the ball was coming.
And you wonder why I led the team in rebounding.
Exactly.
James shooting.
Well, they're going to slow it down. What's going on here? A timeout on the court is going to be the Generals as head coach James goes.
Timeout on the
Timeout.
floor. 60-second timeout. The Generals.
We're going to stay right here, but I want to tell you, I was just checking that out after I saw those offensive rebounds, and I think that's a stat that we missed during the halftime. It's amazing. 16 offensive rebounds.
They have more offensive rebounds than they do defensive rebounds.
That's a lot. I don't know how you, and it's more than that now. It's right around 19 probably. That's a lot. I don't even know if a team, a whole game has had that many offensive rebounds.
Well, but look, drop down here on the defensive rebounds for Bishop O'Connell.
15.
All these shots and such a bad shooting percentage for Rufus King. It's made a bunch of rebounds.
It has. It's amazing. I mean, Rufus King has 28 total, and it's not even. We've got still 9 minutes left in the game.
This year's grand prizes are 43-inch.
It's a low-scoring game for two teams so talented and so well respected.
It is.
And a lot of times people come in, they think they're going to see high-flying dunks and they're going to see all that stuff, and then you run into two good coaches that coach defense. Like Joey's practices, he'll have you diving on the floor, he'll have you taking charges, he'll have you playing defense. And when you do that, you're going to have a low-scoring game.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, it's very difficult to dunk in games. People don't know that. It's very difficult unless you got a breakaway or you get a nice-looking lob, but it's difficult to dunk in basketball games.
Well, you'll see some more tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Bishop Gorman was Zimmer, and
that's true.
with Okafor.
That is true. All right, the Generals with the ball, and they throw it away. Turnover by the Generals. As they got caught in the corner, and Weathers throws the ball away. They set up the offense as Knights. That was Ako Adams with the ball, and he throws it away. Stolen.
Posey now stolen back.
And it's back-to-back turnovers, back-to-back-to-back turnovers on the court. And it was a timeout called.
By Joey.
Yes, nice play by the coach.
Every possession is going to get tighter and tighter now, so every one of them is going to get more and more important.
Timeout on the floor, full timeout. O'Connell Knights.
And that was nice. I'm going to tell you what, they changed that. Years ago, coaches couldn't call timeouts, and this is a while back now, but they changed it where back then only the players could call timeouts, and it had to be your captains call timeout. Then they switched it and let the coaches call timeout. Good thing. I mean, you know, ahead of time you could do like this. Go, listen, you talk to the official. Hey, after he either if he misses that shot and we rebound, I want timeout. If he makes that shot, I want timeout. They know ahead of time when seconds are so crucial that you don't want to lose any seconds, and they know. And you pre-tell them when you want a timeout. But when the games get hectic and there's the end of a game and crap's going on, even as a head coach, this is why you have assistants. Assistants are supposed to remind you about stuff, but everybody gets caught up in the game, and you lose train of thought, and you get confused about stuff.
Well, it's like you and I watching the game. Also, you go, oh, offensive rebounds.
I know.
You get so caught up in the stuff.
Right.
I was teasing one of the guys that we knew growing up. Ricky Smith was officiating the game the other day, and I looked over there. He had his hands on his hip. The game was so good, he was watching the game, and he had his hands on it. I said, Ricky, we got to charge you admission. We ain't gonna pay you to officiate. We're gonna start charging you.
Exactly. That can happen to you because if you love basketball, man, that's just the way it is. All right, we've got 8:20 left here in the game. It's 32-31. Bishop O'Connell, they have the ball, and they just turned it over out of control. Penetration move that time by Ako Adams. He's only a freshman, 6'2", good-looking freshman. Our freshmen look like little kids that just came out of middle school, but he looks like a kid's been in high school.
Well, he's 6'2", and he's a guard. 6'2" around here,
forward center.
A forward center.
A 5, whatever. I don't know. Do they even have positions anymore?
No.
That's why I don't think so either.
When you watch Okafor and those guys come out and shoot, they shoot threes as easy as they do a layup.
Yes. Rufus King with the ball to get it into the corner, and a shot it by Weathers, but it gets blocked. It gets blocked.
By Gregory. It's hard to kind of me and you see in the corner down there with the camera.
Yeah, we're getting blocked a little bit, but that's all right. Rufus King taking the ball out underneath the basket. Let's see what they said. Inbounds play. They lob it over the top into the hands of Howell. Howell gets it in the corner. Weathers back around the corner to Mitchell. Mitchell slowing it up now. The coach Goes is over there. James Goes is trying to set up his offense, slowing his team down a little bit. But Mitchell says enough of that. That's enough of that passing.
See the ball comes off?
Comes right back to him.
Right back to him.
Right to Mitchell again. And Mitchell is unconscious. He don't care. Doesn't care about missing.
That's what I like. Coach, I'm 4 for 29, but I'm hot.
So it's a 34-32 lead as he buries at 3 and gives Rufus King a 2-point margin. Their biggest lead of the game.
The belief is, I can get hot. Let me keep shooting. That's how I believe, too.
Well, shooters are like that, though, you know, and it's amazing. He's coming down now, taking a breath. He looked up. He goes, I think it's time for me to get Coach. How many passes?
He don't look tired.
Nah.
He don't look tired.
He's right now looking at the opening. He says, I'm open now. They get it back to Mitchell. Mitchell gives it to Posey. Posey says, I don't have anything at the free throw line.
And see, that's one of the things. When he caught the ball, he instantly took it to the floor, started dribbling.
There's a block. Another block by E2. So let's check that. Mark that down. We got another block by E2. He's amazing. I like that guy.
Osu's coming in.
He's one of my favorite players right now in this tournament.
Number 12,
Junior E2.
Yeah. Well, you got Osu in there now.
And number 12 is in.
Yep.
Holy crap. So you got Stephen Osu is in the game, a junior. You got E2 in the game, a senior. This is a large lineup. And Rufus King has a small lineup in the game. The kind of lineup where teams are going to the small lineups now in college and in the pros.
Bishop O'Connell, the 2 guards are 6'2". And they're the smallest by far on their team right now.
And Bishop O'Connell's in their zone, and they're not going to come out. So the coach for Rufus King, James Goes, just told Mitchell, hold the ball. And this is killing Mitchell. Mitchell can't take it, man. Mitchell can't take it. He's right now wanting to shoot the ball from half court. And they're going to hold the ball. And I don't mind this. I've done this before. And this is why
you get a shot clock.
You don't have one. This is why it makes the game different. I think without the shot clock, you have options. And there might be a team that needs to slow the ball down, the game down. And this right here is what we're going to have. They're going to make them play man. You know why they don't want to play man? Because they can't cover these guys man up. You can't cover Rufus King man on man.
Look at Melo. Look at Melo's face.
Yes, it's driving him nuts.
Driving him crazy.
Yep, and
he's twitching with his hands.
Yep.
He's ready to go.
I know I've held the ball for a whole quarter one time. A whole quarter. People were booing.
You ever seen thoroughbreds in the stall? They want to get out and run. They don't want to stay in the stall.
No, they don't.
Now,
Bishop O'Connell's going to stay in their zone, and their coach doesn't care about the booing. It doesn't. You don't care about anything. You're worried about just your team. You're trying to get a win here. But I know one thing right now is that Austin Malone Mitchell, the senior point guard for the Generals, in his mind, he's going nuts.
Well, you know what? This gives us more time to talk.
Yeah.
Here we go.
All right, they're going to pull.
Coming out.
They're just going to pull out the guards. They're not going to pull out everybody, but they are matching up now. They're matching up. They're going man, but they're going to do a sagging man. They're backing up off them. They're not going to get completely on them. And a steal, nearly a steal, but it's taken back by Posey. And the ball is taken by the big man, Osu.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Had a little confrontation between Osu and Posey, face to face.
Mano y mano.
6'9" versus 6 foot.
Wonder who had the reach advantage.
Penetration. Nice. Melo with the lob. O'Connell with the tie game. Now you can't hold the ball. You got to play now. You have to have the lead to hold the ball, or the officials will make you play. And a tip in over the back. They're going to call over the back on Hobbs. And this game is going to get nasty down there. And we'll see if the officials can keep control of this game, Stan, because I saw right then, I saw a forearm by one of the players on Bishop O'Connell. and hit number 40 for the King. Hit Hobbs with a forearm, and nobody saw it. So let's watch and see what happens here. Mello saves it, and he calls a timeout.
I saw Joey and his coaches, Joey Wooten and Bishop O'Connell, they all circled up over there, and he's got a strategy. He's going to come out with a strategy now. Don't be surprised if he don't hold the ball a little while.
It's possible, but I doubt it. They
Or
can't hold it right now.
at least spread the floor out.
Will consist of dinner for 4.
I think you spread the floor out, and then you've got a chance to get it inside.
Dinner for 2.
Because you can't stall it. If they try to hold the ball here, they're just going to get called by the officials to play.
Fingers. 2 free passes to the Myrtle Beach.
You know what else I love is when people are listening to us and you hear George over there talking about the raffle. And what people don't understand, that's another thing the Beach Ball Classic does. We do a scholarship raffle, and we take that money with a co-sponsor, DDC Engineering in Myrtle Beach, and we give a $1,000 scholarship to one senior in every high school in Horry County.
And it's been a lot. I mean, if you look in the Beach Ball Classic book, over the years, how much scholarship money has gone out and benefited the students here in Horry County.
I had a guy come up the other day. He said, I just want to tell you, my son goes to Clemson, and I really appreciate him winning. He goes, it's not just the money. It's how y'all handle everything. You know, we do a big banquet. We feed them. We do all the stuff, and it's really, we try to do the right thing.
And it is the right thing. And I think, you know what, if you try to do the right thing, good things happen.
Well, that's why these coaches all want to come back.
All right, right in front of us, the ball's coming inbounds. It's Bishop O'Connell with the ball. The Knights, they get it to Mello. Mello looks to penetrate, nothing there. He throws it down in the wing. There's Moore, Cam Moore with the ball, back out to Mello. Under 4 minutes now, under the 4-minute mark. It's a tie game. We knew it would be. Amazing game for the first quarterfinal of the Beach Ball Classic in the 32nd annual.
Oh, somebody had his jersey.
Yes, they were holding and grabbing. You got to call that now.
Posey had E2's jersey.
Ripped it out. I mean, E2 had it tucked in. That's why jerseys don't stay tucked in no more. All right, we're going to take a timeout on the floor with the score. Bishop O'Connell, 34. Rufus King, 34.
Team 5th.
HTC high-speed internet is fast for my family, and that's good because with 4 of us online at one time, we can't afford to slow down. HTC is a plan that keeps our home connection up to speed, and faster speeds make it even easier to connect to family, friends, business, and entertainment on our tablets, laptops, and smartphones. And that's how HTC connects my home with the things that mean the most.
Get more speed at home for your new tablets with HTC high-speed internet and save.
HTC, this is life. Connect with it.
Come have a ball at the VisitMyrtleBeach.com Big South Basketball Tournament March 5th through the 10th in beautiful Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Immerse yourself in the warm, white, sandy beaches. Championship golf, endless cuisine choices, amusements, shopping, world-class shows and amenities. Log on to VisitMyrtleBeach.com now for special accommodation rates, tournament information, and things to see and do on your visit to beautiful Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
All right, welcome back to the Lambeau Schwartz Arena inside the Myrtle Beach Convention Center. It's beautiful in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. If you're not here, you need to be here. Come and see the Beach Ball Classic live, in person. If your team's here, if your favorite player's here, your son, your daughter, you couldn't make it this time, if any time you can get a chance to come to Myrtle Beach, it's awesome. Myrtle Beach Chamber of Commerce does a good job of promoting the area, and the Beach Ball Classic is glad to be members.
Yeah, you can go visit myrtlebeach.com and see accommodations, restaurants, everything that we have to offer here in Myrtle Beach. But we were talking just a minute ago about the offensive rebounds. Rufus King has 21 offensive rebounds to Bishop O'Connell's 5. They're shooting, Rufus King shooting 22.9% from the field. They almost got as many rebounds as they do shooting percentage.
It's amazing. And I don't think I've seen that stat where it's that many offensive rebounds in a game.
Turnover by O'Connell. Rufus King's going to hold it.
They're going to hold it, but they're going to have to play, though. You got to play. They're not going to let you hold it now being tied. They're setting up an offense. They want to just set a high. He wants them to come and set a high pick.
I think Malone Mitchell just told him, I'm going to shoot.
Yeah, he did.
He done his hand like he's shooting. He goes, I'm just go ahead and shoot.
He said, set the high pick because I'm coming, baby. It's Mitchell. He goes to the hole. No good. Tapped up and rebounded.
Up by number 32, but rebounded by O'Connell.
That was pulled down by Cam Moore.
Here comes Mello.
Whew. That's
He's tackled by Freeman.
He was. Mello fouled, but that's only the 16th foul.
Third goal from the 5-yard line.
They'll be taking it out on the
King
side.
foul, number 32.
16
Diamante
foul. Next
Freeman,
foul will
his
be in the
first,
bonus.
team 6.
O'Connell will be in a bonus, and Rufus King is far from the bonus. They throw the ball into E2. E2 gives it back on top to Gregory.
Freeman for Rufus King. He's got active legs. They bring the ball in bounds. He's jumping like a kangaroo. I wish I had youthful legs like that still.
God.
And knees that didn't hurt.
I know, man. You only get that now is when you got you're
Oh,
panicking.
something.
Somebody's chasing you. The ball's in Melo's hands. They nearly lost it. Cam Moore finds
2:30
Melo.
to go.
This game's going down to the wire, people. Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching and listening to a great game. And a tap in by Roy. He's been he's hit some crucial shots.
They didn't let him sit long when they took him out a few minutes ago. That was when all the coaches circled up over at Bishop O'Connell.
Because he has amazing touch. He gets his hands on things.
Full timeout, Rufus King Generals.
Well, we've got a timeout. A quick call that time by head coach James Goes of the Generals. He did not like, or he saw a couple of his guys taking off down court and not rebounding. And I think what they do is they have everybody hit the boards. They may have one guy take off. But he saw 2 or 3 of their guys taking off and nobody down here rebounded. You know what's also fun? It used to be like it was at the high school when we had the beach ball at the high school, was the young kids getting autographs. It used to be crazy. Then there was a period when we switched to the convention center and brought it to Myrtle Beach where it wasn't as much.
Yeah.
They didn't do it as much anymore. But now it's back. Little kids are back. They're asking for autographs. We got them out here right now sweeping the floor. They love it.
Give them a T-shirt and let them have it.
Exactly. Our referees for the game is Jake Rosick, Kenny Johnson, and Brad Eagert.
Mark, I'm going to have to excuse myself. We're getting ready to open the hospitality room in the back. So Alan Smothers is going to come do the last 2:13 because we got to go feed about 1,000 people in 15 minutes.
I know that's part of your job, being president. Also
so
feeding
Alan's coming.
people.
Alan's going to do the last couple of minutes. So here he is, Alan Smothers.
All right. Well, I tell you what. We're going from one president to another president, and the bad boy is going to join me, my good friend Alan Smothers.
Thank you, Beep.
And a shot up, a miss, an air ball, close shot, missed that time by Howell.
Rufus King might not get a better shot than that in the last 2 minutes of this one.
Beautiful game, though. I've been loving the first quarterfinal of the beach ball this year. It's awesome. And another missed shot inside by Roy. He gets his own rebound. E2.
Tipped in by E2, and they had Butts and E2 going after it on the glass. And a block shot. Wow.
And I love Junior E2. He's become one of my favorite players here at the beach ball this year.
Boy, he's 6'7", but he plays like he's 7'5".
He's a massive man, has 6 or 7 blocks already. We've got a 4-point margin, Bishop O'Connell. 1:15 left in the game. O'Connell can stall right now. They're looking to just dribble out the time. The ball in the hands of Jamal Gregory.
Still plenty of time of the 4-point game, though, Beef.
Man-to-man defense. And a steal. It's Mitchell, the one-man show. Nearly loses it. Gives it up to Weathers, and it's out of bounds. On the side. It stays there. It's going to be the General's ball.
You know what I've been impressed with, Mark, is that, and the officials here, maybe the fans are seeing it differently, but I like the fact that they're letting these extraordinary athletes play their game. And some people will say it's too physical, but I think they've allowed these players to do what they do best, and that's expose the other team's weaknesses with their physical play. And if you're faster than the other team, if you're stronger than the other team, you ought to be able to display that.
Exactly. And you know what, Alan, personally too, I said it earlier. I think it was last night. The officiating's been great. I love it. All right, we're going to throw the ball in bounds right here. It's Rufus King. They throw it in. They throw it back court. They get it to Mitchell. It's Austin Malone Mitchell, the senior, the leader of the team. And he's been doing everything, and he draws the foul. He'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, he drew that foul, literally.
Yes. I mean, he's been like a one-man show.
Bishop O'Connell foul.
I mean, he's
Number
done
10,
everything.
Romelo Trimble, his second.
He's done everything for him, Alan. He's led them. He's played defense. He's played the whole game. And one thing about that I like about Rufus is that a team that shoots 20-something% for the game, but they've got over 20 offensive boards. Amazing.
Yep. And O'Connell has worked the offensive glass in this game throughout as well. They've gotten a lot of second chance points that Rufus King could have or could use back right now.
Basket's good. We've got a 38-36 margin. It's a 2-point game as he hits both free throws. Full court pressure now by Rufus King.
The Generals do not need to foul here, especially in the back court.
The ball gets into the hands of Cam Moore.
I'd let about 20 more seconds run off the clock before I fouled. But I'm sure Coach Goss knows his team needs a little extra time with the size of O'Connell to get it inside.
And Rufus King has played small ball the whole game.
Yep.
And they played physical. You know, we knew that was going to happen. They were going to play physical. And also, you know, Coach Wooten knew that they were going to play physical against him. And his team is stuck in there. And to me, the physical presence for them was Junior, E2.
Mm-hmm.
He come into this game, and he's been tough.
Well, they've taken everything that Rufus King has been able to dish out here this afternoon. And right now it's the difference in the ball game. E2 being able to keep Rufus King off the glass and blocking shots inside.
We've got 29 seconds left. It's a 3-point game. He missed the second one.
Oh,
they
my
get
goodness.
the rebound. Oh, man. Not good news for Rufus King.
Yeah, Rufus King really needed to secure that rebound. It would have been a one-possession ball game.
And the coaches over there on the bench of Rufus King are going crazy. They're yelling at they cannot believe that they did not get that rebound.
I'm a little surprised that the Generals have been as loose with the dribble and not securing the ball throughout this ball game. They've given up a lot of pickpockets during the game, and they haven't valued the ball as well as they needed to this afternoon.
Yeah, and they're not afraid to take you to the hole. They were trying to get O'Connell to spread them out because they know they could take O'Connell off the dribble, but O'Connell's done well to stay in that zone.
Got a gift right there.
18 seconds left. Here we go. And it's another steal. The ball's been turned over, and they're going to call a foul as Austin Malone Mitchell loses the ball and then fouls.
Well, I tell you what, I credited the officials a moment ago for letting the play go, but there was a couple of fouls on the ball handler at half court right there that the trail official who was behind the play did not see. And there should have been a foul called on O'Connell. But, hey, Rufus King needs to handle the ball better.
And you just said that. It was so great. Now,
Yeah.
You just talked about it, and it just happened. And it's been that way. They've been very loose with the ball. And he misses the first of 1-on-1. The next fouls will be 2 shots.
Yet another gift and a timeout for Coach Goss, and that was a good one because they were about to turn it over again.
Yes, they were. And I think he saw that because Mitchell was going to go shoot the ball. I don't think you're going to keep the ball out of his hands here with 8 seconds left with the game, a 3-point margin.
Well, he's going to set up a 3-point play, I'm sure, here, a 3-point shot, because getting it inside, what Malone Mitchell's been able to do all afternoon is get dribble penetration, but that's not going to help him right here, because unless you can get a quick foul and another missed free throw, they've gotten 2 gifts on the last 2 possessions by O'Connell. But as you said, on the next foul, it's going to be a 2-shot situation, a double bonus for the O'Connell Knights. So I think that they need to set up a pick either on the side ball screen right here in front of their bench, or a skip pass with a seal down on the low block, far side of the floor.
That's true. And you know what? Here's a controversial thing, though, between coaches. When I was coaching and there was under 10 seconds, I'm not letting you shoot a 3. I'm fouling you. I'm going to make you go to the free throw line. Now let's see what happens here.
Well, actually, I think that's what O'Connell was trying to do at half court. They knew it was a 3-point lead on the last possession, and they were trying to foul at half court and ended up getting a steal.
So let's see here what happens. Do the Knights foul, or do they let them shoot a 3? And it's another turnover.
Oh,
a steal by O'Connell and a turnover, crucial turnover by Rufus King.
And that is just, that's just poor ball possession. You have got to value the ball like it is a bar of gold. and they have not done that this afternoon.
And you know what, Alan? Every possession seemed like it had to be valued, and they devalued a bunch of the possessions, and it has cost them the game.
Yep, they have not valued the possession of the basketball nearly enough this afternoon.
Wow.
And again, they've given as good as they've gotten on the possessions, the physicalness of the game, but Rufus King is just too loose with their ball handling and their passes.
Now we've got us a 4-point game, 5.4 seconds left. I'll never say it's over until it's over.
Yep.
Weirdest things have happened. I've seen a lot of points scored in the Beach Ball Classic in a few seconds. It is now a 6-point game. No, it's a 5-point game, 41-36. This could be it. Mitchell with the ball. He's going to shoot it from the top of the key. He misses it, and that's a game. I'll tell you, those last 3 possessions, all turnovers.
Yeah, they just did not take care of the basketball nearly enough. And they had, great defense by O'Connell. Maybe a couple of fouls, but that is in the eye of the beholder. And the guys blowing the whistles this afternoon did not see fouls, and Rufus King just was not able to hold on to the ball. It was not as valuable to them as it was to O'Connell.
Well, we'll be back in a couple minutes.
Come have a ball at the visitmyrtlebeach.com Big South Basketball Tournament March 5th through the 10th in beautiful Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Immerse yourself in the warm, white, sandy beaches. Championship golf, endless cuisine choices, amusements, shopping, world-class shows and amenities. Log on to visitmyrtlebeach.com now for special accommodation rates, tournament information, and things to see and do on your visit to beautiful Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
Johnny Gardner Law.
As a boy, I witnessed what I thought were some injustices, and I thought that a lawyer would be the person to balance the power out and bring some fairness and help people, and that's what I wanted to do. There's no better feeling than the feeling you get when you successfully help somebody that needed it.
Johnny Gardner Law, with offices in Myrtle Beach and Conway. Wherever life takes you, we'll be there.
If you want to go where everybody knows your name, the place is the Coastal Ale House. Our friendly staff will take care of you. The delicious food will more than satisfy, and the good times will keep you coming back. Between the full menu from 11 to 11, daily lunch specials, screens that entertain you, happy hour from 4 to 7, prime rib Saturday night, and our incredible Sunday brunch, we'll know your name in no time. The Coastal Ale House, located just off Highway 501 between the Quality Inn and the Conway Medical Center.
HTC high-speed internet is fast for my family, and that's good because with 4 of us online at one time, we can't afford to slow down. HTC is a plan that keeps our home connection up to speed, and faster speeds make it even easier to connect to family, friends, business, and entertainment on our tablets, laptops, and smartphones. And that's how HTC connects my home with the things that mean the most.
Get more speed at home for your new tablets with HTC high-speed internet and save.
HTC, this is life. Connect with it.
Wait a minute, where's the phone?
All right, welcome back to the Lambeau Schwartz Arena inside a beautiful Myrtle Beach Convention Center. I'm Mark Haynes, joined by the bad boy, Alan Smothers. And Alan, amazing game, I thought. I really enjoyed this game a lot. It was very physical, like we knew it was going to be. You reminded me before the game that Rufus King was going to be physical with Bishop O'Connell. Bishop O'Connell was very much size. They had the size advantage, but it didn't bother Rufus King, really.
No, I tell you what, O'Connell held on to the ball even when Rufus King was committing fouls. 19 personal fouls against the Generals this afternoon as compared to 9 for the Knights. But the turnovers, strangely enough, O'Connell turned the ball over more than did the Generals. And 22-18, but the points off turnovers were just not where Rufus King needed them to be. They needed to turn more of those turnovers into points, and they weren't able to do that because they weren't able to hang on to the ball well enough.
Yeah, and they missed some layups. Off the turnovers, they did miss a few layups there, and it cost them. I think Bishop O'Connell's turnovers, most of those were in the first half. They settled down a little bit in the second half and didn't have as many.
Yeah, there's the number that jumps out at you.
That's crazy.
21% from the floor. 21% shooting for Rufus King.
You can't win.
And Bishop O'Connell shot more than twice than that percentage-wise, 47% from the floor.
Yeah, you know, the only reason they stayed in the game is they had 21 offensive rebounds. Rufus King did. Bishop O'Connell only had 9, so that kept them in the game, but just not a good. You cannot. I don't care if you have 30 rebounds. You cannot win shooting 21%.
Well,
no
Beef,
way.
I appreciate you handling the play-by-play this afternoon, and I will be back at 7 o'clock tonight with your play-by-play of Scott County against St. Rita Casilla out of Chicago, Illinois. But coming up next, we've got another great quarterfinal matchup. It's the Wheeler Wildcats from Marietta, Georgia, taking on an upstart squad from, who is our next opponent? It is Wheeler against Hudson Catholic.
Hudson Catholic. New Jersey. We always know about New Jersey teams. Tough.
From Jersey City, New Jersey, as a matter of fact. So stick around. We've got more of the Beach Ball Classic Day 3, quarterfinal day here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. For Mark Haynes, I'm Alan Smothers saying your final score, Bishop O'Connell 41 and the Rufus King Generals 36. So long, everybody.
All right.